Well, A, it's unnecessary because I have my phone, and it's
Mhm.
just too much of a weight on my
Yeah.
arm. Like, who am I,
Yeah,
fucking
but you
Piccolo?
get used to it. You get
Skinny
used
wrist
to it.
gang. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, skinny
No,
wrist.
I used to have like a nice little like cheap Casio watch that I wore all the time, but it wasn't a nice timepiece as well at all. And I think I got one for my 21st birthday from my grandpa, and I've never put it on.
Mm.
You
So,
never
yeah.
truly own time. That's the whole thing.
Wow, that's deep and heavy. Ben, can we
Yeah,
please see your
and
face?
can we just lift your head up? Yep, there we go.
Yeah,
Maybe
there we go.
turn the hat around backwards. Maybe can we do a backwards
Yeah,
hat sort of thing?
that
I
actually
don't
might
think
free
this
you
hat
up.
leans towards a backwards turn, TBH.
Can we see it? Can we make the call?
Yeah, let's just test it. Oh, actually, that works, dude. I reckon that works
hey,
for
man,
you.
whoa! I think you've gone up like 2 points. Look at that, 2 rugby league fantasy points.
Let us
That's
know in the
beautiful.
comments, backwards or forwards.
Yeah,
Let
I
us
think
know in the
this is
comments. Let's
good.
keep it backwards. Let's keep it backwards until you get one of those canteen headbands. We'll keep it backwards. Matt, I've got a question for you before we start.
Please question me.
When the Undertaker showed up, did you absolutely cum in your pants?
Dude, we in wrestling, there's a term called pop. When when the crowd pops for something.
Mhm.
So that's basically when the crowd goes, "Oh shit." And yeah, when the Undertaker's dong showed up in the main event of Wrestlemania and the lights went out and they came back up again and he was standing in the ring, teleported to the ring.
His eyes were bugging out of his head. Hey, he was scary looking.
Looking at The Rock and choke slamming him. Yeah, Mitch and I, we popped. That's for sure. It was so good. Undertaker's my favorite wrestler.
All of that out. All of that gets.
It was like the culmination of like what 40 years of wrestling, right? You had beefs going back ages and those fights coming up, right?
It was the 40th WrestleMania, which is the big event of the year.
Ben, you've got so little fucking political sway between the three of us. You have no idea. Don't be doing these ones.
Such little sway.
Sway, dude.
I am the.
You tried to start 10 minutes late, and you just got nothing.
I am the life. If this podcast was a body, I would be the heart. Matt would be the brains, and you'd be the fucking asshole.
Wow, Ben, can I just say though? When you started this podcast talking about timepieces, of which I have little interest, if not any, I showed real interest and I gave my 2 cents.
Yeah, but we weren't recording then. That was just between the boys.
Yes, we are. We always, as soon as
you fat fucking mouth, Matt hit record.
As soon as you say anything, I start recording, just in case, just for the court.
Oh, dude, you'd be all about this.
You don't have a
Matt. This is up your alley.
Sure.
Dried mushroom, shiitake mushroom stems. It's like a jerky. They call it jerky.
That sounds good. What flavor?
Can we wrap this up? Can we wrap this? I'm trying to get to the intro.
We can wrap this.
Okay, cool. Welcome to another episode. I fucked it.
Can I do it?
No, because I got something funny to say. Welcome to another episode of Everybody Hates Latrell. I'm your host, Michael.
Hey.
Join with me as always, Matthew. Matthew, how you doing?
I'm actually doing fantastic. And let me tell you why.
Okay.
I'm actively disassociating from being a Titans fan. And I've never felt better. Like, as far as my soul is concerned, I have no team right now. I just watch the footy from a non-biased perspective. Okay? But let me be clear. Because some people in the comments might say something. I am still a Titans fan. Okay? And I always will be. I am strategically and actively disassociating from being a Titans fan. It's like historic trauma that I've decided to block out of my memory. I am clean. I am pure. I am without tether. I'm a leaf dancing on the wind. How are you?
Terrific intro. I'm fine. I love that intro to yourself. And also join with me a man who, if this podcast was the human body, he'd be the foreskin. We could remove him and nothing would change. Ben Stern, how you doing?
You could remove him and it'd be better, you mean?
Exactly.
Because everybody loves Trell Flanders.
That's really the biggest bit of news this week is that the Rabbitohs are in complete capitulation.
Yeah.
I feel like people would be dogging on the Titans way more if the Rabbitohs hadn't completely fallen apart. And we'll get to their team list, but mostly Latrell Mitchell is copping the brunt of this hate. And I was thinking about it today. I sort of feel like this has just sort of like opened up the rock and all like not everybody, but a lot of little racists are coming out from under this rock and just being like, yes, it's time to shit on Latrell.
It's
Yes.
my time. Yeah, sure.
What do you guys think? Valid? I don't think it's valid. I mean, he did sort of fucking elbow Sean Johnson in the head, but I don't think all this hate is valid, right? What do you guys think?
He's a big baby grub.
he's always sort of been a grub. One of the things I love about him. Yes, you can grub, but you can't hide, I guess. Matthew,
right.
do you have an opinion on the Latrell Mitchell drama?
Well, I mean, he's been suspended, but what's new? He gets suspended at like twice a season for just dumb shit like this. Like that's in his base stats, as they would say, dumb shit. And it's not surprising at all. I just want him to just play for New South Wales and be good for 3 games. That's all I ask.
Dude, I don't even really want him to play for New South Wales. Hey, I've been on zerotackle.com and they have this thing where you can make origin teams. You can pick the eligible players and make an origin team. I've made 2. He's not in either of them. And
wow.
Yeah. Should we
not in great form. But I mean, have you heard the news about, or the alleged maybe sort of news about Jason Demetrio, though, the coach of the Rabbitohs?
Oh, he's got 1 game. He's got 80 minutes to save his career.
I think that's the big news. Reports are that he has 1 game to save his job, in which his game is Latrell not playing.
He'd be so angry at the players when they lose.
They're playing the Sharks, I think.
Yeah, who can lose, who are quite capable of losing.
Capable of loss.
It's just suck that you're gonna be on Jai Gray and Dean Hawkins and fucking Peter Mamazoulias is coming. You're relying on these folks, but
yeah,
I feel like if I was JD, I would just be at peace with it. Like fuck it. Wayne Bennett always ruins a club that he goes to after he leaves, so might as well just go down.
Yeah, I mean, geez. So I mean, he's got 1 game to save his life, which basically means that GG, I would say. They're going to get a bye in 2 weeks, so the journalists reckon that's when they'll probably find a new coach, get him in. But I mean, if he's gone, right? Let's just say hypothetically he is fired. Who replaces him?
I don't know. I think probably like an interim coach or something.
Not you.
Did anyone else, did any of us have JD as first coach sacked?
No, I don't think so.
I had Brad Arthur.
You both had Brad Arthur, and I had Cameron Ciraldo.
How the fuck is Brad Arthur skating along?
Maybe later. But I mean, the talk is maybe Wayne Bennett, because apparently Wayne Bennett's deal with the Dolphins ends at the end of this year.
It does. I can confirm that. Why would Wayne do it again? Like, he's so old. Like, just retire. Money?
No, I know the details.
That's the right idea.
It's not about the money. I've heard
about beating Bellamy.
I've heard about it because he's not a drinker, he's not a gambler, he's not a smoker. Rugby league is his only interest. So without it, he'll just fucking wither up. The cunt.
I don't trust anyone that doesn't have a vice. Like a real vice. And
I've got intelligence to suggest that he will poach until he dies.
Okay.
I mean, you could argue that Wayne's vice is the ladies.
Oh yes.
Didn't he dump his wife of like 40 years for somebody like
40 years younger than him?
Yeah. I mean,
what can you do?
What can you do? I mean, it's an age-old play. It's in the book.
Would you make a correlation between just getting a new car?
No, not exactly.
Not publicly, I don't think.
Not publicly. Yeah.
All right. We all had the Storm. Hang on, wait 1 second. I'm gonna get
Bloody Tristan's winning this tipping comp. This is ridiculous. He doesn't know anything about football.
He was up there early last year. We were all on the Storm. We were all on the Roosties. Benjamin, did you watch it?
I can tell you from I missed that game, but I didn't watch a single minute of league this week.
Dude, I think if that game went for another 5 to 10 minutes, the Chooks would have won.
I didn't watch a reap. Yeah. I didn't watch the highlights. I haven't watched a minute of any rugby league. Yeah. I'm tipping this week blind, completely unaware of what happened this week.
It was like that scene in The Simpsons where Homer takes a shortcut through the cornfield, and then they just come out of the other side of the cornfield covered in shit. And I was like, well, we beat the Roosters.
Yeah, it was a crazy game.
Yeah, it was wild.
The Bulldogs almost did a Titans and lost after leading. Was it 26-0? And the Roosters had a man sent off.
Yeah, wild,
crazy.
Glad I didn't watch it. Doesn't sound very appealing.
Oh, you would have loved it. You would have hated it.
You would have hated it, then loved it, then hated it again.
Why the fuck did I tip the Dragons? Did I do that publicly?
When the Roosters lose, it puts me in a mood that affects me for sometimes it can be the whole week. It's a bad start or finish or whatever to a period of a few days.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's just all you want after a week at work is to come home and just watch your team be absolutely dog shit.
And I think that exists in Matt too. I think that's why you're feeling so much better, because you're not getting emotionally caught up in the drama anymore.
Removed himself.
I'm not. I can see them. I see those bobbleheads over there behind me. They do exist. But when I look at them, it's just.
I mean, you're saving your stomach ulcers. It's good.
It's just a wall. Like I can see it in the reflection of the webcam, but when I actually look at it with my own eyes, I see nothing. I feel nothing. A leaf on the wind.
Is one of those ones Corey Taylor?
Yeah, Corey Thompson. Yeah, Corey Thompson and Preston Campbell.
Oh, gross.
But man, tipping this year so far it's the fucking Wild West. Like, because like the Dragons, right? Who they lose to this week?
The Knights.
Can't remember. The Knights, right? They lost to the Knights, and that's why you tipped them, because you thought they would do well. Because last week they beat Manly, right? Smashed them. Well, beat them comfortably. Whereas now this week, Dragons are now losing the Knights. Manly are beating the Penrith Panthers.
What a comp. What a competition we have here.
What a competition.
Right?
Yeah,
it's a Wild West.
Have you remember when you were a kid, those like little, like sort of like a slimy, rubbery wrestling dolls, and you twist them up and they'd sort of like wrestle each other?
Yeah.
Yep, I do. Yeah. Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah, we need those of just different rugby league players. And so it's basically like rugby league cards, but
they've got them up. They've got them at Coles. I never go to a Coles, but I went in there to find Tapatio hot sauce the other day, and they had plushies of rugby league players. I was so close to buying a Tino and a Nathan Cleary because they just look fucking stupid. They look nothing like the player. They were so bad. Worse than this. Way worse than this.
Yeah.
We were all on the Waz, except Lockie.
I swapped to the Rabbitohs as well.
Brother.
Yeah, I know. It was a gut thing because they had won 8 in a row against the Warriors, so I was betting on streaks as I usually like to do. But I regret that decision greatly.
We also thought that South might buck their trend.
Yeah, I think South's down until they change coach, and there'll be a quick spike and then back down.
Yeah, it was a gut thing. My gut pointed me in the wrong direction.
I realised Sharks' meta arc is down at the moment.
Oh, I see.
Lachlan, what do you say? He recovered, stuck the landing by tipping the Manly Seagulls, who's the only person in our competition to do so. And we were all on the Dolphins, who towed up the Tigers. Unfortunately, I was so close to taking the Tigers. We were all on the Doys, who pumped the Titans, but the Titans sort of came back at the end a little bit, not enough, but that happens a lot.
Yeah, when it didn't matter. Yeah.
I believe a coworker said to me, "Is like, hey, they look pretty good at the end." And I'm like, they've been looking pretty good at the end for like 3 or 4 years, bro. Like, just relax.
Just like, are you new to being a Titans watcher? First time.
And for some reason, I took the Parramatta Eels. I was saying to Matt before the show, I should have called Jeff. I should have asked him. He would have said he was taking Para. He would have been the only person to do it this week. I'm a fucking idiot.
Did he take Parramatta?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
We should have known. I took Para as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I did. And they got smashed by the Canberra Raiders.
Yeah, who would have thought? What is it, round 6 now? Okay, Canberra Raiders, days are numbered. They're going to get the spoon still. Probably not. But
I don't know. They look pretty good.
I don't know. People be getting injured out here. You never know. What do you guys think? You guys want a tip?
I like a tip.
You guys want a tip?
A bit of a tip.
Yeah, let's tip.
All right, sick. First game we've got here is on Thursday night at 7:50 p.m. We've got, I can only assume, at McDonald's Dome. We have got the Knights versus the Roosters. Yeah, no. What do you want?
Wait. Sorry, Ben. Do you want to talk about the Las Vegas numbers again? I feel like it's.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. Fuck. Sorry. I got it written here. Do you want to talk Vegas numbers, bro?
No. I think the Cicadas would make a good team name though for like an 18th team.
So. Yeah.
The Cicadas. And if you go like, it could make the noise through the speakers of the Cicadas.
Okay, Cicada fans, here comes your team. And then everyone just goes.
Yeah, get little clappers, like little plastic little clappers.
Here we go, Cicadas. Here we go.
Yeah, Gold Coast Cicadas. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
Oh, we almost stifled that idea. That was a very good idea. We've got the Knights versus the Chocobos. Choking on their cock. Connor Watson, have you ever seen him play 5'8"?
Not for a long time.
Joey Manu's in fullback. What else? Angus Crichton starting again. Good for him. Zach Dr. Clay is a fucking nugget. NRL.com. Team list. It's up the top somewhere.
Yeah, found it. Figured it out.
I mean, Knights more or less, like, I don't know who Thomas Cant is, but clearly not Thomas Can because he's left out of the team, but more or less 1-17. That beat whoever they beat last week, the Dragons. Not a tough one for me here, boys. I'm thinking probably the Knights, right? We'll end with Ben. Matthew, what do you got for this one?
So Newcastle have made no changes, but for the Roosters, a lot of changes. So as we all know, Tedesco is currently in the Shadow Realm after being sent there by kick out. So he's unable to play, as you'd expect, being in the Shadow Realm. So Manu is fullback, which I think he'll do good in that position. But Sam Walker's out, as you said. Connor Watson's in. Dom Young suspended. Michael Jennings is playing center. His 300th NRL game, which apparently the NRL is not going to officially celebrate due to his history with performance-enhancing drugs.
Oh, is that all? I thought he beat a woman. No, that's fine. We can. I'm on the acknowledgement side.
Maybe he did that too.
Well, what if it was a performance-enhancing beating?
It's a grey area. I'm not ready to go into.
And also, I think
Zach
Dr. Clay also makes his Roosters debut off the bench. So it's really hard to get a read on the Roosters. Like they, for one half last week, they were going to win with like 11 players, but with all these changes, I'm going to go Newcastle as well, Mike. I think at home, but we'll say close. I'll say 6 points.
Yeah, I think Cogger and Hastings are probably their best halves combo, and for that reason, I mean Ponga writes himself, right? Benjamin, shiny boy,
the red, white, and blue team.
Okay,
go in the rights, the Roosters.
I'm going
rights?
for the rights. I'm a right boy this week.
Yeah, okay. You're at Cicadas.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you for actively taking part in this show, Ben.
Yeah, that's good. If his hat was forward right now, he'd be completely covered. So I'm just proud that it's backwards.
Yeah.
No,
don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh,
gotta see your eyes. Yeah, there we go.
Wow, the Bulldogs are paying $6.40 to beat the Storm. Holy shit. Friday night, Storm at home against the Doggies. Taking the Storm. Easy breezy. Let me look at these little team lists. Stephen Crichton is in fullback, finally, where he wants to play. Bronson Sherry, thanks, Helen. He's in center. That's great. Love that for him. Yeah, fuck. They got some, Blake Tapp's out. Kurt Mann. That's okay.
Fox is back.
Fox is back. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, still not enough. Storm beat them. Beat them by a lot. Benjamin.
Yeah, you got to go for the Purple Boys for this fella.
Purple Boys.
Yeah, I mean,
Dogs suck.
I was gonna say it might be a close game, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
No.
I'm gonna say Storm 13 crush.
They had their grand final last week, and now it's time to get pumped by the Storm. Matthew.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to tip the Storm here. I can't think of a real argument for the Bulldogs. Also, Kurt Mann is out, so they got someone called Bailey Hayward debuting off the bench. Know nothing about him. Hope he goes well. Storm to win.
Huge rugby league head. Holy shit.
Does he?
Yeah.
Huge. Okay, I gotta check out this noggin later. I'll say
Yeah.
Storm win by 14 points.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna
What are you
go.
thinking? Like 36,
I'm thinking
30
like
something to.
69 points, maybe the highest ever conceded amount of points
Okay.
in a rugby league match. I'm thinking.
I'm thinking like
104.
26 to 12.
Okay. All right.
Have you seen 420 as a score?
No, but you best believe we'll be holding an emergency episode if that ever happens.
Yeah, we'll be going live.
Next game Friday night. Fucking strap in for this one. This is the Battle of Brisbane, boys.
Strap your strap-ons on.
You cannot get a ticket to this game. I had a look at it earlier. The only seats that are available are in fucking scattered all over the place, up in the corners in dog shit spots, with limited viewing. Broncos versus the Dolphins at Suncorp Stadium. Gonna be going fucking off. Reece Walsh returns. That's off the top of the dome. I'm not even looking at the teams.
Back early.
Yeah, he's back early. He's gonna get fucking recut, I bet. And not in a circumcision sort of way. Adam Reynolds is out though. Who's playing 7? Jock Madden. Ugh. This could go the way of the Dolphins, but I am going to take the Brisbane Broncos. And Matt, out of dummy half, straight to you, my halfback.
Okay. Also, Herbie Farnworth out for the Dolphins. I'm not sure if you said that, but it means he misses battling his old team. And yeah, Kafusi out. The Dolphins have played Brisbane twice in their history, and they've lost both those games. So I'm going to say that continues, but both of those games have been tight. They've been by around about 4 points, 8 points. So I'll say this one, Broncos win by 6.
I reckon bet the unders on this one. It's going to go under 36 points for sure. Benjamin, who have you got? Broncos v Dolphins.
Finn Smith. I'm Finn Smithing.
Ooh, a Finny.
Oh, you're in the Finn soup, huh?
Tell us why.
What makes you think that? Vibe?
Give us some analysis.
I'm a believer.
You kind of look like Belieb, yeah.
Yeah, you look a bit like the Beeb right now.
You got that
I'm gonna, because I think it's
got a bit of
those ones
elevation to it.
Yeah, it's slowly hovering off his head.
When everybody has the same idea, which I think will be the case, the Broncos situation on this game, the crowd's normally wrong. So I'm going with the opposite.
Okay.
What happens when I click stats?
Gotcha.
Plus, Fibonacci, remember?
Yeah, Fibonacci sequence.
Yes.
Ben, you're looking very youthful. You remind me of was it Steve
Very
Buscemi and Billy Madison? Like, how do you do, fellow kids? That meme.
Very useful.
Yeah. You're looking like a new age babe.
That's good. Yeah, looking good. Next game we've got the Wars versus the Manly Sea Eagles. 6th and 7th place. Wow, how about that? 81% of people are on the Wars. That can't be right. Manly just fucking put on a clinic last week against someone who...
The Penrith Panthers.
Penrith Panthers, yes, of course. I was trying to get better at that this week. I've got multiple tabs open all at once so I could see, but I fucked it. It took Penrith Panthers down convincingly. Someone else go first. Benjamin, Warriors, Sea Eagles.
Smith.
Smith. All right, Matt, talk me through it.
This is probably the hardest game of the week to tip, I think. It's two teams which are in form currently, but both have been I'd say Warriors have probably been more consistent, you could argue, recently, because the Sea Eagles, they beat Penrith, but they lost to the Dragons the week before. Yep. But Manly did just beat the reigning premiers, the Penrith Panthers, who had been ussing every team under the sun, pretty much. But I mean, New Zealand, they smashed South Sydney, which is arguably not the hardest thing to do. Recent history between these two teams is also fairly even. There's not much to draw on from there. So based on that, I'm going to say Warriors get the job done by 1 point. Sean Johnson field goal, golden point.
I like it. Aaron Woods is in the reserves here. Doesn't he fucking work for Triple M and is fat as fuck? What the hell?
Yeah.
How is he playing?
He's a personality hire.
Yeah, he's the boyer. Losing Ruben Garrick is huge. Who kicks goals for them? Is it DC?
Oh, yeah, DC. Yeah, he was doing it at the end of last week's game.
Fuck. Better pick him up in fantasy if you don't have him. Origin's coming up. I don't know. I am going to go to Waz, I think. What did you say, Matt?
I said the Warriors as well, but I think absolutely could go either way. It's just the Warriors, they've got Wateni Zelezniak back, Capewell back, whereas Manly lose Garrick. I'm sure they could still win, but I mean, you got to flip a coin, and the coin is slightly weighted in favor of the Warriors, I think.
Yeah. Don't be surprised if I Fibonacci flip on that one.
No.
Next game, you like that one? Oh my God. The Eels versus the Cowboys. What are we doing? There's no one in their right mind who is going to take the fucking Eels, right? This will be the game they get up, though. This will be the game where they come in hot.
I'll tip them.
Dejan Arce is the answer to all of Parramatta's problems.
I understand the Parramatta sequence this year. I'm tipping them.
Yeah, you're tipping them. How the fuck is Blaze Tulagi like?
You got to put yourself in the emotional trends.
Is still in the centers. Like, what the fuck? Answer my question first,
Matt. Blaze Talangi's just been dropped completely, hasn't he?
No, he's in the reserves. He's in jersey 19. But how the fuck is Morgan Harper still in the squad? Like, get him out.
I don't know. That's what they got apparently. I mean, Eels have lost 2 straight games. So does the Fibonacci mean they get a win here, or do they win? Do they lose 3 straight? You know what I mean?
No.
If this was a stock that was sinking, it's basically hit rock bottom, and it's gone sideways for a while, right? So it's either gonna pop off up, or it's gonna fucking tank hard.
Yeah, it's gonna bull flag. You reckon?
No, but I reckon it's a false flag.
Oh, okay.
So they'll lose the following week.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean the Eels. So they've lost Sivo, Blaze, Rumu, Greg. I think all been dropped. Arcee's in. Cartwright's back. Cowboys have lost Zach Layback to an ACL, so sad news for him. I think the fact that they're just not in great form and still no Mitch Moses. I am tipping the Cowboys, but you are right. This is the kind of game that the Eels would just be like, oh, let's just win this week.
Yeah, we'll just win this one. We'll just keep our finals hopes alive. I've written here Fibonacci Eels to remind us for next week to see whether or not the Fibonacci sequence is real.
Yeah, good. Let's bring it back.
We'll forget. A bunch of stoners. We're going to forget that. Next game, we have got the South Sydney Rabbitohs paying more or less than the Dogs were against the Storm, against the Sharks. They're still not the favourites. Let's see. Who's been fucking dropped? Not dropped, but Trell's out.
Trell's suspended in a surprise to absolutely nobody.
Yeah, Isaac Thompson is out. Damien Cook is in jersey 18.
Yeah, Damien Cook has been just dropped. That's huge.
I feel like Damien Cook was just like, what the fuck is this my fault? Like, he busts his ass every week. This isn't my fucking fault. He's not getting sent off.
I reckon there's something there. Either he's not running the game plan or he's had a fight with the coach. But the fact that Cook, who's like a rusted on player in that team, just dropped.
Since he's a very hard man to get along with.
Really? You reckon? I mean,
you sense it.
He might not fit in with all like the younger guys. He's probably like a harder worker and makes them all uncomfortable.
Trell's made the call. He's dropped him.
Is it Tommy Burgess who should just be like, Trell made the call?
Yeah, he's the coach.
It's weird to drop Damien Cook and not Cody Walker, I think, because like you've got like all these senior boys. I mean, when I think of senior guys, I'm looking at Cody Walker, I'm looking at Cam Murray, Damien Cook, and Latrell. Jack Whiten, but Jack Whiten has literally been there 30 seconds. To drop just Damien Cook, have Trell out, but leave Cody Walker, who is a bit of a hothead and like the playmaker himself. Maybe Demetrio just doesn't want to like lose everybody all at once.
Well, the question is, right, if you drop Cody Walker, you are most likely going to be having a halves pairing of Lachlan Ilias and Dean Hawkins. And like, who?
Why are you paying all that money and dropping them?
Freddie, hang on. last weekend, and you might not know this, Matt. Were you camping last weekend, or was that the weekend before?
I was during the week last week.
Yes, you might have been WrestleMania focused.
That's
in
right,
New South
yeah.
Wales Cup over the weekend, Freddie Lussick took it upon himself to break not Jairo.
Oh,
Lachlan
yes.
Ilias'
Of course, I
leg.
remember that. Yeah, he basically snapped his leg into the next dimension.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
he hit his leg so hard it gained an extra dimension.
Yeah. Shit.
It went forward in time.
Jeez. Fibonacci in on itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, bunnies are fucked. I'm taking the fucking Sharks here, and I implore you two to do the same. What do you think? Bunnies up?
I mean, you don't need to implore me. I'm taking the Sharks by 16
sold.
points here.
I'm sold on the light blue boys.
Look at this Sunday poo slinger. Oh my god.
Oh, we slinging some feces.
Fecal day.
Will matter. We've got the West Tigers in 9th place, where they will not go up or down for the rest of the season, versus the Dragons. This is our margin game. I'm gonna pick fuck my life first.
I'll go first.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, I have no idea.
Ooh, taking a hit up.
D-Wagons. Do it.
Dragons.
D-Wagons. We're on the D-Wagons.
Let's go, boys.
Man, Ben, you were coming out with some spicy tips this week.
Fucking D-Wagons, son.
He's reading the Fibonacci right now. He sees the Fibonacci numbers just like the fucking Matrix.
Yeah.
Is this Fibber based?
What's Beautiful Mind? What was that movie?
Yeah,
Russell Crowe, Beautiful Mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't seen it. It's a good movie.
No, I've never seen it either.
It is good. It's got a bit of a twist, actually. I recommend it.
What's the
Do you
twist?
ever think about actors themselves as characters in their own life, and you're like, wow, dude, you've done a lot. Like, you've been a math guy, you were a gladiator, like, you've lived a full life.
A math guy.
Dude, Gary Oldman's probably got like the best fucking roles that he's had. He's been in everything. He's been in fucking Commissioner Gordon. He was in The Fifth Element as like the villain. Remember, with like the plastic on his head. He's in Oppenheimer. I haven't seen it.
Do you like older movie There Will Be Blood?
I haven't.
It's not that old.
No, I've seen it once. That's You Drink My Milkshake.
It came out in like 2007.
It was like 20 years old.
Yeah, it's getting there, I guess. But I mean, I have a feeling that if a movie is younger than you, it's not an old movie.
I watched Schindler's List for the first time.
That's an old movie. Did you cry?
No, but it intensifies pretty like quickly.
Shout out to Schindler.
Can I say something a little bit risque about Schindler's List?
Yeah, go.
These Nazis, don't rate them. Not good guys.
Not your favorite.
If you're gonna rate something, like, they had clothing style. Whoever was doing their tailoring.
We were like, this is cut all this, but Jess and I were talking the other day. We're on our walk and we were talking. She was like, how did that happen? Like, how did the Nazis gain so much power? And I was like, it'd be like sort of like if someone, like a government came here and got rid of a minority, gave us a house, gave me a job, and gave me a nice little suit to wear. Longer than that.
Sweet
like,
suit.
I went into way more detail than that I'm not prepared to talk about
It would be like if a government coerced us all to take a useless vaccine without any.
Here he is.
Here he is. He's waited 4 years.
Take this fucking vaccine. That would be on my head right now.
Hey, I mean, I took it too, but I hate to say I told you so.
This is like the fucking the Vegas numbers. You're bringing it up like 4 years later. It's done. It's in you.
Listen,
I'm an elephant. I don't forget.
My 4G works great now. Like, it's fine.
It's like on dating apps these days. If you're on there, you'll see a lot of girls, or not a lot of girls, but a fair amount of them say like unvaxxed and proud, only want to date unvaxxed people. And I'm like, is that still a thing? Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, exactly. It's done. It's over.
It's over, man.
We won. The war's over. It's Stop
let's
fighting.
let's move on. Yeah, but I don't rate the Nazis. I will be tipping the Tigers in this game,
Yeah.
just because the Dragons. I mean, it is a hard game to tip. Let's say that very hard. Couple changes for both teams, but nothing major. But just the fact that the Dragons just bore me to death. So that's why I'm going to go the Tigers by 4 points. Was my margin.
Let me have a look at these fucking shit teams.
I just don't love Jaden Sullivan. I thought Galvin was better.
He's definitely better. He'd be there if he could play. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think I don't love it. I don't love it. I think I'm going to take the Dragons. Dragon these nuts. And I'm going to regret it. No, fuck it. I love the Tigers. I'm going to take the Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers fan. Yeah. You just have such an affinity for the shit teams, Mike.
Oh, I love them. Not the shit teams like the Dragons are team. Like you said, they're boring. Like they don't do anything fun. Tigers are great. Tigers are perfectly capable of winning a game by 1 point in the last 2 minutes. It's so fun.
Yeah. I feel like the more drama a club provokes, the more you like them.
And as a fan of a shit team, I love to see the other shit teams doing well. You know, like I don't have that hatred. I'm not like, oh fuck that shit team doing good. Like I'm just like, good for you guys. Go on.
That's right. The high tide rises all boats. Is that the phrase?
That's right. Unless you're the Titans and you're an anchor. All right, last game of the round, we've got the Canberra Raiders against the Gold Coast Titans.
Game of the round.
Get in there quick. Let's see. Canberra weather. What are we doing? Is it going to at least be dry? Is it at least going to be worth me watching? Sunday. Overcast.
The weather affects you watching it from a fucking couch.
Yeah. Well, if it's rainy, I don't want to watch it because the Titans aren't going to be able to put any points on.
Do you have one of those like 5D home TVs where like when it's raining you get squirted in your seat?
Sweet. I didn't get one of those TVs. I'm still getting squirt.
How do I turn this off?
Both of these teams suck dick. Chevy
Wait,
Stewart.
the Raiders just smashed the Eels by like 40 points.
Nah, Chevy Stewart making his debut, is he?
Sure is.
Who's out? Rapana hurt himself.
He's
banned or hurt?
I think he's injured as well.
Corey Horsburgh groin. Yikes. Nah. Hate it. Yucky. Tell me, Matt. Tell me how to think about this.
Well, I think if there's any time to debut a new fullback, this is the time to do it against the Gold Coast Titans, who I'm entirely indifferent about. Let me just reiterate that again.
Yeah.
No tether, leave from the wind. Hosking is also back from his concussion. You can basically lock in Hosking for 2 tries in this game. Titans get Isaac Liu back from concussion. Foreign is named despite his old man ankle issue that he's got.
He's held together with duct tape, that cunt.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If I was a Titans fan, let's just say, if I was tipping this game last week, I would probably tell you something like, life hurts. I feel nothing but sadness. There is a hole in my heart where the love for rugby league once lived. Darkness overcomes me, but I'm a leaf from the wind. So I'm going to say the Raiders win by 14 points.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's generous. Benjamin, who you got for this one?
Look how liberating that was for him.
Yeah, he's happy.
But there's something itching because he knows, because it's like his son. No. He knows if he was brought to tears down in the rain in his final dying hours, he would confess his love. And it's like a breakup. You're like, I don't love her, and then you just kiss her in the rain like a week later.
Yeah, it'll all come just like all rushing back to me, like my memories have been restored somehow from a magic spell that I placed upon myself.
I'm not saying don't do it. All due process. You do you.
Yeah. Basically, have you guys seen that movie Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, where like they erase the memories of their past relationship to get rid of the hurt? That's what I'm doing.
Is it got Jim Carrey in it?
Yeah, Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet.
That's the weirdest Schindler sequel I've ever heard of.
These Nazis, dude, they're up to no good. Sorry, Ben.
I really want to work in your enamel factory.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it. Wait, we're all on Canberra Raiders, right? Fuck it.
Shit as host.
Yeah, we're definitely on the Canberra
Oh,
Raiders.
Canberra Raiders. All right.
Let's get a new host, man.
Yeah, let's get a new host. Dude, I'll quit.
Yeah.
I'll fucking quit.
Can you preview us what your resignation letter will sound like?
Dear everyone but Matt, fuck you. I'm out. All right. Rugby league history writes. We've seen this before with the West Tigers, how they win a game or put in a good performance and the media/fans go, this is it. We've turned a corner and we are making the finals. And then it goes to shite. Case in point, they defeated Sydney Roosters and Melbourne in consecutive weeks back in 2018. Fuck, man. You're going into the fucking barrel 2018. Jesus. Then defeated Melbourne again a month later. Yeah, that's true. Didn't make the finals. If there was ever a club where the fans got way ahead of themselves and don't think logically about the big ... I can't see the rest of it. Keep them trim.
Big picture.
Keep 'em trim rugby league history. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's a good point.
Just limit your comments to 200 characters or less.
Yeah. What do you think, Matt? Tigers fans too early or nah?
Yeah, always.
Always too early. Yeah. Let's win 10 in a row.
Always too early. Yeah.
You know, Jeremy,
finish in the top 8
that's a start.
at the end of the year.
Did you know Jeremy Marshall King and Benji Marshall are brothers?
Yes, I did know that.
I didn't. You could have told me. I didn't know that.
Yeah, maybe half brothers.
He just wanted him to know he was the king.
Next comment is a song about Dane Clark, which I believe is another amateur rugby league pundit. So
yeah, he's a Titans fan.
I'm not going to sing this. And how dare you speak ill of Dane Clark and BKR Sport by adjacency. William Pearson writes, "Go Storm." I'd like
Thanks,
to see
William.
I'd like to see the Venn diagram of what William Pearson has said. Is it like go Storm, Storm will win,
That's
Storm.
about it.
Like, that's about it. Love you, William.
Yeah.
And Jerry Mundo says Tigers to win, yes, and then love heart. Okay.
Well, there you go.
Comment of the week goes to Wobblin' Jaw Sports. He says, I'd be fucking down to share a few blunts with you lads. Let's go.
Hell yes.
Good kid. Good kid.
Magic Round, Wobblin' Jaw. If you're around at Magic Round, welcome to share a few blunts with us. Absolutely.
Oh, bro. Yeah,
down.
Wobble, if you're coming down for Magic Round, hit us up.
Hit us up. I don't know how. Hit us up.
We'll sort something out. We don't. That's by the end of the night.
Right. And his comment made me think of the hypothetical for this week, and Matt helped me out with this. Benjamin, you ready for this hypothetical? Who is
a good one.
Who is your nightmare rugby league blunt rotation? So for those of you who don't know, you're in a dingy basement and you're passing around the blunt. Who do you not want to be in that basement with smoking a blunt? Rugby league edition. I'll start.
Three people?
You can have 3 people, yeah.
Okay.
I've got 4. I'm going to take Blocker Roach. Fucking nightmare. I think he called Joseph Suoliti Joseph Sarah Lee over the weekend.
Sarah Lee. That's good shit. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, Ricky Stewart is my next one. I don't want to be down there with Sticky Ricky. Angus Crichton, because he's going to fucking wig out and sink the Roosters season even further. And Wobblin' Jaw Sports. That's my nightmare blunt rotation.
Oh, poor Wobbles. Doesn't deserve to be amongst that company.
Matt, you got anyone?
I think Jackson Hastings, just because he has a history of not getting along with his teammates, but no one's ever really said why. And I think maybe it's just because there's not something specifically bad about him, but he's just just shit to hang out with. So I think him on weed, no bueno.
I think he's a fucking nerd.
I have heard a very similar thing about Matt Duffy. Apparently, he is also just a bit of a shit cunt.
He's in the Super League. I'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, because he would get ripped on by his teammates all the time, and I feel like there's a reason because he's just a bit of a shit cunt. And who else? Angus Crichton is a really good one because I feel like on any sort of very mild drug, yeah, she's gonna start saying some weird shit, sharing too much, talking too much. Whenever you try to like change the topic of conversation, something fun, he just like brings it back to like whatever he wanted to talk about before.
Introspective death things, yeah.
Yeah. So just keep making it about himself. So I'm gonna say those are my three.
Okay, Benjamin, off the top of your dome, you had no pre-warning, and I can see you're upset about it.
I
Who do you got?
really wouldn't want to have one with DCE.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Yeah.
Okay, be too normal.
He'd be talking about his family
DCE
too much.
is
Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
He's annoying. He's very specific. I don't like.
Yeah. Can I give you another one?
Specific.
Kalen Ponga.
Yes, him.
Yeah, fuck that.
Why is that?
So, and what he'd do is he'd hog
He's such a
it,
bro.
and he wouldn't know how to do it. He'd get so much sideburn on the side, and he'd put it out early. You're like, weren't you going to pass that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
He'd get it wet too.
I would smoke a blunt with the entire top 30 of the New Zealand Warriors.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can give you another one here.
Bro, I tell you who.
Nico Hines probably prefers a bong, but sorry, go Matt.
I was just gonna say someone who I'd love to smoke with is Tuivasa-Sheck. I feel like his vibes would be immaculate. Just his happy little face. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tuivasa-Sheck would invite you over to his house for it. Like he's like, no, you can chill at my place. Like we don't have to do it at it's your hypothetical, I know, but we can do it at my place.
Yeah, he'd do a big cook up for us as well. There'd be so much food.
Yeah, oh, it'd been so nice.
That's the vibe I get.
Fletch and Hindy.
Fletch and Hindy. They're so not funny, hey. They're the most unfunny people I've ever seen.
They're so lucky that Fox Sports pay them anything.
They're so lucky, dude. As soon as this Eye of Sauron of Fox Sports is on us, we got that job.
They're clowns. They're clowns. They're the comic relief. They're the jester of the rugby league commentary world.
And like, if Hindy says anything to anyone, all they say is, "You ever won a premiership, Hindy?" And he's just shuts the fuck up.
Yeah, I think it's an old style of footy humor that was hot for a couple of years, but I do feel like they're always going to replace that sort of guy with an existing player. Like before them, Bo Ryan was the man, right? And Matty Johns, the Joker. I feel like you've got Brandon Smith, the cheese.
Were you back there in the Matt? Were you back there in the Reg Reagan days?
Oh yeah.
I was definitely there, but I wasn't watching it all the time. I wasn't like always watching the footy show. I was getting basically the highlights. You know what I mean?
Old school footy show. I mean, I imagine little baby Ben was watching the footy show with his dad, and his dad was like, "It's time for bed," and Ben was like, "No," and he's like, "All right, just a little bit longer."
Yeah.
That's how you raise an ill-disciplined person.
Oh yeah, nah, you are definitely the Latrell Mitchell of your family.
You're always getting suspended.
Yes. I don't know. Were you ever suspended from school, Benny? Probably not.
I was a good lad.
You're a good boy. All right, we were all on the Knights. We were all on the Storm.
I either wanted to be me or wanted to fuck me.
Actually, in saying that, Ben did not specify Knights or Roosters. He said the red, white, and blue team.
He's going to take the Knights. He wouldn't be able to do it to himself. We are, Matt and I are on the Bronchies. Benjamin is yet to flip from the Dolphins, although Dolphins are in first place. How about that? We are all on the Waz. We are all on the Doys. We're all on the Sharks. We're all on the Matt and I are on the Tigers. Benjamin's dragging on these Bulls, and we're all on the Raiders.
Yep.
Terrific.
That's right.
Did you and Matt differ on anything?
I don't think so.
We generally don't.
We generally don't. No. You could drop one of us. Hopefully it's me.
If you guys could kiss between the screen, can you guys like lean over and sort of make it look like from...
We've kissed before.
Who's on the left? Who's on the right?
Oh,
Matt, I'm not sure.
Mike, turn the other way. Okay, now go together. No, yeah, closer. Matt, Mike back more.
Am I good?
Yeah. Matt forward. I'm going to take a photo of this. Matt forward. Hold on. Mike forward. Matt, Mike back an inch.
Who?
Stop. Matt forward. Forward, Matt. Matt, tilt your head up a little bit. And then take your mouth down about a centimetre. You're so close.
It's taking too long.
Okay.
This is taking a really
Closer, Matt, closer.
All right, we're done.
Oh, no, stop. You were so
No,
close.
we're done.
Please. Oh, this is what I got.
Take us out, bud.
Someone take us out. Oh, we got to do a thummy. We got a
That's
thumb.
me. Oh yeah, thummy. Fuck. I've got TH and then it looks like an I written there. All right, we'll do a thumb. We'll do a thummy.
Yeah.
No props, right?
I'm going to yeah, you can maybe prop as long as it's in front of your shirt so it doesn't get cut out.
Okay.
I'm going to disassociate. I think that's good. Yeah.
All right, that's a good one.
All right, someone take us out.
Hey, now with going to go fuck yourselves.
Whoa. That was
Too much?
That was too slow. It was too fast.
Let's never think about another episode. Just the tip. Mike has been Mike. Matt has been Matt. I've been myself. Go fuck yourselves. Goodbye. Good night. Watch your football. Like, subscribe, or don't. It's completely up to you. If there's somebody in your life that is toxic, remove them.
Fading out. We're fading out.
Parasite. Remove all parasites from your life.
This is a story.
Me?
There's something here, Ben. There's something here. Who have you removed from your life recently?
I'm just giving words of advice. I'm just giving people little nuggets of wisdom.
It's always personal with you, Ben. It's always personal.
Yeah, it's never been business.
It's never just business.
If you know somebody in your life that likes to wear mustard-coloured t-shirts, you let them know they're a piece of shit.
Whoa. Okay. All right. I
actually like that colour, Nike. I like it.
It's good.
Yeah, it looks nice.
It's good with the dark features, yellow. You should try it.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
I watched Schindler's List for the first time.
That's an old movie. Did you cry?
No, but it intensifies pretty quickly.
Can I say something a little bit risque about Schindler's List? These Nazis, don't rate them.